Hey guys, thought I'd just let you know here pretty quick that Andrew Rubin, Google's Android guy, he have been saying his opinions about Siri. And there's some things that I don't agree with what he said. He said, and I quote here, "I don't believe that your phone should be an assistant." That's kind of random, first of all. And then he said, "Your phone is a tool for communicating. You shouldn't be communicating with the phone. You should be communicating with somebody on the other side of the phone." Basically, he said, as I said there, you shouldn't be communicating with the phone. I don't really get what he's trying to say here, but I mean, we are communicating when we are, writing text and using voice input and using our touch on the touch screen. Then we're communicating with the phone. This is another way to use our voice to communicate with the phone. To do it's another way to input stuff in your phone to use it as a tool. I don't really get what he's trying to say here. You shouldn't be communicating with the phone. What the F that does that even mean? I don't believe that your phone should be an assistant. Obviously, it should be an assistant, and what Apple made here is kind of cool. They've implemented it directly into the phone, so you don't have to download an app. Now, in some way, I don't agree with these guys that's saying that this is revolutionary, it's going to change everything. I could agree that Apple made it a little better. They've integrated a voice talk application on a very, very good way. You don't have to download a third-party app or anything. They have made a voice thingy. They've improved it, but I wouldn't call it revolutionary because, first of all, it only works right now in the US. So if you want to know like a road or what a place is called, something like that, outside the US right now, she will say, "No, I can't do that." And people that's calling that an AI is retarded, because an AI should know more stuff than just, "Oh yes, I only work in the US." Basically, I've been showing other apps on Android that's been able to do these voice action thingies for a long time in the Market Store, and they're also available in the iOS App Store. And I mean, some people saying that it's slower, but some things were even faster. Some apps were even giving a better response. But I could agree that Apple made it better, a little more. They show up stuff. They don't just come with answers. They do show up. The weather. If you're saying, "What is it going to be rainy today?" Blah blah blah. They made random things like that people likes to hear about them. People likes to see them, but are they really going to use them? Oh, people using FaceTime? No, people aren't using FaceTime. Kind of like, it's a cool thing, but people don't use it. And now I know I'm gonna get a comment from one guy on Earth that's using it. "I'm using FaceTime. Oh, it's awesome. I use it every day with my grandma." Okay, congrats, you use FaceTime, but like 99% of the other guys don't use FaceTime. And Apple, they want to sell. Okay, if they know that this thing is gonna sell because it looks cool, looks good, looks simple, and people are gonna buy it, but are they gonna use the features? That's the thing that I am looking into. And now it would really be interesting to compare the iPhone 4S voice technology versus, let's say, voice talk or another app that you can get in the Market Store and Android, to see if it is really better. I know you can chit chat and talk like, "Oh, what's your favorite color? Do you have any feelings?" Blah blah blah. Say like random things like that, and that Apple have implemented some responses to that. And oh, it's so cool, it understands everything. No, it doesn't. It's not. No robot can be as clever as a human being. But yeah, they've implemented maybe a little more things that they could say. But you still need 3G or Wi-Fi to get it to work. Use that is on the Android Market Store, and people are bitching about that. "Oh, like this Android app needs internet to work." Well, of course it needs. Siri also needs internet. And it's gonna be interesting to really see, are people gonna use this, or is it really just gonna be feature that's gonna sell these devices in millions because people think, "Oh my god, it's so cool," but how many are really gonna use this in public? I mean, seriously. I think it's awesome. I usually use my on my Android device. When I want to Google something, I have that voice thingy, so I can quickly say something. It's awesome. It works perfect. And also, when I want to text someone, it works perfect. And those are the things that I usually use voice search for. And I think that in the future we're gonna use more voice talk to communicate with our phones, when the voice thing is gonna get better and work in more languages and gonna be smarter. So in like 5 or 6 years, this technology will obviously be much better, but this is just the early technology of it. And what Apple has done here is basically they have made it a little more easier implemented, so you don't have to go download an app, and everything's just built into it. One button away, and iShips like that. So yeah, I wouldn't call it revolutionary, but I would be calling it a nice way to implement it. But people that say that this is gonna change everything all again, no, that's stop. Just be quiet, okay? And I also know that one Windows Phone 7 guy also have been saying his opinions about this, but I don't remember him now. But I don't really agree that Andrew Rubin, he feels a little jealous here. Because I do think that Apple made it easier, definitely easier, but is it more like advanced? Not sure about that. Not really sure about that. I really want like a real comparison to see how it is and everything. But yeah, see.